So you can say that df.info, we the last video that we can show, we are getting every information of the data frame. And we can get the indexes, data columns. And now, from this video, we are going to start a new concept. And first of all, welcome to my channel, Cloud and Data with Kaushik. And this is the introduction of your second Pandas data frame video session. So we have already covered some basic operations and some important information in the previous session, and now we are going to discuss some more concept about the pandas. Okay, so let's get started. Thank you everyone for joining the session, and I hope I am audible to all of you, right? And now let's get started with the new operations. So already you have covered up to that df.info, and now we are going to create one new concept. We are going to discuss new concept, like you have this df.head, right? df.head. And and in that, just tell me how many unique values are present inside the data frame, right? The unique values. So to check the unique values, to check the unique values. So df column 1, just tell me one thing. Column 1. So this column 1 is series or data frame? Tell me. Is it series or data frame? Tell me. I already discussed that what the concept of series, what is the difference series and the data frame. Now tell me, df column 1, is that series or data frame? Yes, so it's a series, right? Absolutely. And we are taking the values over there. So just take, you just dot value underscore counts. Okay. So how many number of time one is, you can see how many number of time one is occurred? 2 times. How many time of 5 is there? 5 is 1. You can see. And one important point we have to note, so you can understood that 1, how many times 1 is occurred? 2 times. How many times 5 is occurred? 1 time, right? Now we just check only the column 1. And if you check inside the column 2, you will get the same thing. But before going to column 2, I just want to add one note. Value counts, value underscore counts only applied on top of the data series or data frame. Okay. So value counts only applied on the data series. So if I am going to write df dot value counts, what happened? Value underscore counts. Okay. Is it working? df is what? df is data frame. Okay. And that is, you can check column 1. Sorry. So df dot value counts column 1, 1, 5. You cannot get the data, right? 1, 1, 3. So df dot value counts, if you write this thing, na, so you cannot get that. There are 3 columns you can see, column 1, column 2, and column 3. 1, 5, 4. This is the data there they only provide the data, but value counts not getting, right? Now, if I want to check df dot column 2, just write, copy this line and just go over there and df column 2, right? You can press enter. So 3 occur one time. So 3 is present one time. 4 is present one time in that data frame. And here 1 is present in that series 2 times. 5 is present in that series one time. Okay. So I hope you can understood this thing. Only applied means series. And because only applied on top of the series. DF. So it takes each and every rows and fetch the unique values. Fetch the unique values. Okay. So df column 1 dot value counts. That you know, right? Now value counts is already shown. Now one more concept, that is unique concept. Okay. Same thing if I write df and if I write column 1 dot unique. Okay. Unique. You can see that unique values are present. 1, 5. 1 not showing 2 times, only 1 time. So unique values, right? You can see. So now you can ask, so why this kind of things is very important? So let's see that we have some data set, right? So we have some data set. In that data set, I can just write one thing. Just a second. Just notepad. Suppose you have one data frame, the pass and fill. Okay, this is the data frame where for the person we have the pass and fill. This use case I'm just going to discuss. We have marks, we have IQ, and this is the pass fill. Okay. Pass. Okay. So you just take a look on it. I will just fine, and I just take, assume that you got some marks over here, and now that I have done it, yeah, so you can write fill, pass, fill. Okay. So why it is important? So when you learn the machine learning, so I already created some machine learning concept. Okay. So in that series, you can see that, or you can understood, forget about that. So in why this kind of things is very useful. So when you create the data model, right, this data frame, and in the machine learning, you are going to create some model. Okay, in a machine learning, you are going to create some model, and this model predict the pass or fail, right? So some problems in the data you can see. So this model we are going to create in the latter part. If you if you want to learn the machine learning, that time you can write pass or fail. that this is my feature output. I up I can to create pass or fail. Okay. So this data set is some problem, right? Pass, fail. Okay. Then write pass over it. So it's something is different. Something is a problem. So you can see if you want to see that how many passes there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and fail is one. So that means we can say some kind of imbalanced data set is so my target I have to getting that pass or fail, right? So how many time pass is showing over there? 4 times, and fail that is showing only 1 time. So this is the imbalance. We can say it's an imbalanced data set. Imbalance data set. You can just look the ratio. Okay, you can just look the ratio. So this is the imbalance. And can I not use that? In that case, can I use value underscore count? So pass fail, you can understood value underscore counts. This concept, and you can then you can get then you will be able to see how many pass or fail are there in that value counts. Okay, so that is the one use case. So in this data set pass showing 4 times, 4 times, and fail is showing 1 time. Okay, so you just see that if you like some videos, right? When you watch the videos in the YouTube, that time you may like or may not like. But most of the time, if you like many videos, right? But that time you can say that only pass like the video likes are coming. That's okay, but also we have to consider one thing. Just forget about the video likes, that I am going to consider this concept over here. Like we have pass and we have fail in that data set. So maximum number of pass has been occurred. So this model should be unbiased. Okay. So there is no fail. So only pass. So we can say it's a biased model. Model will be biased over there. Okay. You can understood this thing. Pass, 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 pass. But when you apply the machine learning algorithm or create that email algo, that time you can get biased over there. Because so machine learning should not work on the bias mode data. Okay. Machine learning does not work on bias, and that's the reason. And that's the reason we have to find out the data set is biased or. So just take an example. So when I'm going to use the value count, just for understanding the value counts purpose, I just create this concept. Okay. So 4 times you can get the first, 1 time you can get the field. So in future, when you apply this value counts, or whenever understand that concept of the biasness or something on the data column. Okay. So machine learning should not work on the biased data, and this should not predict accuracy over there, the simple term. And that is the reason we have to find out how many value counts are there, and we have to create something, a technique to understand. We have to create some new techniques from that. Okay, to cover means to not possess all the time the biasness on the data. That is the one concept. Okay. So you have to understand machine learning does not work on the biased data set. And that is the reason we are not going to this. So this value count, that time you can apply. So that time you can apply the value count. Okay. Now I'm just go and write here column 1 colum in column 1 dot n unique so just now we can go and see that, take the definition, just press tab, count number of distinct element on specified axis. You can see if you take that doc string, you can take the doc string, so count number of distinct element in specified axis. Return series with number of distinct element. So axis here is 0, right? And 1 is for 0 is for row wise, 1 is for column wise. Okay. So 0, axis 0 and drop in a bool true. So axis 0, index 1 or columns. Okay. So default is 0. The axis to use 0 or index for row wise, you can see. The axis to use 0 row index for row wise, 1 for column wise. The drop in a bool default true. Don't include nan in this count. So this is the importance of docstring. And just probably execute a cell. You can see that 2 times the n unique values is coming. So 1 is occurred 2 times. That is the reason they will provide the 2. Now we get understand this concept with a new one of the example that I'm going to share with you. So like we have created df and like ed.data frame ed.data frame and next I'm going to create one more example of the data frame. Okay, so let's create the data frame. Let's create one example of data frame and probably you understood that what I'm going to discuss over there. Okay, so like a, I'll just write a over here and you have this value 1 comma 2 comma 3 and you have one you have one key that is b. Okay, in the b that is 1 comma 1 comma 1. So you have created this data frame. Okay, and this is the key and value. Okay, a is your key, b is the key, and this is the value, right, in the data frame. And you can consider it's a dictionary. You can consider it's a dictionary. Okay, and you just going to execute this cell df.data frame. Now now you can see the df. This is the value, right? And you can also check the type and it one is equal to this value. Na? Like you can probably copy this line and don't just present over here. And here you can see the D. Okay, and now if I check this is the type, then two type you are going to check over here. Like you can write type. In the type you can just write dict1 and you can say the dictionary and the df is your data frame. Okay, so let's consider one thing like that we are going to create n unique over there. Yeah. So you can, if I write unique, okay, it should work or not. Unique, UN, yes. So you can just write unique column over here. 1 minute. Unique. This unique, you just go and trying to copy the unique. So you can see it should not work, right? I think it should not work. Let's check unique is coming or not. It should not work. That because data frame object has no attribute unique. So please remember unique should not work the data frame. It requires some column. So unique should not work in the on top of the data frame, on top of the data frame, and it requires one column node. Okay, so I just going to write this line and just probably I'm just going to create the column with the help of one column. I just apply that unit. So you just write over here and you can write column COLUMN1 column 1. Okay, and let's probably enter. Sorry, column 1 not. This is the A. Sorry, column 1 not. This is the A. And 1, 2, comma 3. Okay, 1, comma 2, comma 3. And you can see the unique values. Let's check the B. So only one unique values. Okay, the column inside the column B. So I'm right the inside the A column, column A. How many unique values are present? That is given inside the column A. It calculates the unique values. Okay. Same thing, we are going to create the unique values in the B column. Just inside the column B, it calculates the unique values. And if I write n unique, so what's the difference? If I'm going to write TFA dot n unique. So n unique told how many unique values are present, and unique value showing that the values, right? So that is the difference. Unique and n unique. 3 times is present. We can see count number of distinct element in specified axis. So just write and just mention this slide. So count number of distinct element in specified axis. Okay, and unique if you see and now I'm df dot n unique. You can write A3B1 in you can see in the data frame A occurred 3 times, right? You can see over here A and B. So A3B1, A3 and yes, so A3 and B1. So TF dot in unique. Now I just want to check with the axis value. So TF dot column wise, I just want to check the unique value. Axis is equal to 0. for us specific column, it will check, the column. Specific column, it will check the unique values. So this will check. So this is axis 0. So column wise it will check, right? And next I just write df in unique axis is equal to 1. Okay, axis is equal to 1. Then it will check row wise. So it will check row wise. Row wise check the unique values. Unique values. Axis 1, row wise checking, axis 0, column wise checking. Axis equal to 0, it will check column wise. Column wise. Okay. And it will check axis is equal to 1, row wise. So you can check the doc string here also written. Axis to use 0 or index for row wise. It already written axis 0 or index 1 or columns default 0 by default column wise axis 0. If you not mention axis is equal to 0, it will check the column wise. If you mention or not. But if you want to check the unique values in the column wise, then it should be 1. Yes. So let's basically check this value. Axis to 0 or index for row wise, 1 for column wise. This line we have to written over here. We just go and take one this line. Yeah. 0 or index row wise specific row. So this is row wise specific row, and that should be the axis 0, that for indexing, that will check for the row wise, and if you write axis is equal to 1, then it will check the column wise. So these values, okay. So n unique. Right and check. So it will check the row wise count, the unique value. And if you write 1, axis 1, so if you not mention axis 0, it will by default it will be 0, right? And if you want to check that column wise, okay, that you have to mention x is equal to 1. For column wise, it will check the indexing, that uniqueness of this data frame, okay? And x is 0, that is for the row wise. These two concepts, I hope you can understand. X is 0, x is 1. By default, axis is 0. If you not mention, it will check that row wise. 0 for the row wise, 1 for the column wise. I hope you can understand this concept. I hope you can understand this concept, how it can be worked and how it is working. D column, how many? 1. A 3 times. Axis is equal to 1. Column wise, it will check the operation. Axis is equal to 1. Column wise, it will check. When I write axis is equal to 0, every column it will check axis is equal to 0. For axis is equal to 0, it will check each and every column and check the row. It will check the every column and check the row wise. And here, if you write axis is equal to 1, then it will check the column wise. You can check the output, you can understood, right? Like df dot n unique. Number of unique values. Axis is equal to 0. A columns, how many unique values are there? A column, how many unique values are there? 3, right? It take each and every rows, right? It will take each and every checks. Axis is equal to 0. It will check every rows and every rows with every column. So you just write every row 1. This value is different. Understood this concept? Row 0, how many unique values? 1. Row 1, 2. Row 2, 2. 2 unique values, row wise. And that is a column wise. Okay. So 0 row wise, 1 for column wise. Okay. This axis 1, this is check the column wise, axis 0. So this is, you can remember. I hope you can understood the concept. Axis 0 and axis 1. That you have to remember this thing. Great. That n unique. So this check, I create one more data frame. Now we are going to create one more custom data frame. Okay. Let's check the concept over there, like df is equal to et dot data frame, okay, and you have to supply the data bus, right? So data that should be your np dot arrange here anze and np dot arrange, and you write this thing 0, 20 dot reshape, that is your 5 rows or columns, and you have to paste that index is equal to your row 1 comma row 1 comma row 2, copy, and then row 3 and you have to write this 4 5 column 4. Well, you just write row 4 comma row 5, row 5, and next probably we are just going to add your columns. Okay, this columns name just I am going to write. So column 1 and comma you can write column 2. Next you are going to write sorry column 2, and next you are going to write column 3, and next you are going to write column 4. Let's create this concept. So this is my data frame. And just let's execute this cell, and this is my data frame, right? Column 1, column 2, and we are going to create these things. If we write df column 2, df, that is column 2. And now I check 5. Then how many records are greater than 5? The column is they will check. Column 2, 3. True, true, true. Okay. Row 1 false, row 2 false, row 3 is you just check column 2, false, false. 5 9 greater than 5, true. 13 greater than 5, true. 17 greater than 5. Okay, so 2 false, 3 true. Let's check. Now I'm just going to check this thing. Column 2, and now check the data frame. So it will check, it will calculate the series. Now if we check na, then series wise. Now I have checked in the data frame. So double braces you have to require df column 2 and we just write 5. So now you will get the data. Now you can understood, right? It will print row false, false, false. Okay. And these 3 rows they have showing. So this is you can, if you write indexing, you can get, right? You can see row 3, row 4, row 4, and row 1, row 2, row 3. That's showing false. And this data is showing, right? It's just, you can say it's just like a SQL. Means with the SQL, they return that one object, right? This data frame wise, they are returning the query. The same thing you are right. The same thing. So just use, just think it's like an SQL. SQL wise, I will not take SQL, but in the SQL, they will also return the data, right? This way. And also in the here data frame also return this data in this SQL wise. Okay. So I hope you may get the concept over here. This thing like column check and column tick. Now other more concept that I'm going to add over here, df, and here you can write df dot is null. Okay, and you can check. Let's return the data papers. Nan. Okay. So you can check df dot head. df dot head. Okay. Now, now we can convert in this data frame the CSV file, JSON file. Now, the next in this example, we are going to see that you can probably see that convert this data frame into your CSV, your JSON. Okay, so how can convert it? df dot to CSV, okay, underscore CSV. So it will CSV file it will create. So that is your test. You can write test one dot CSV. CSV, okay. So what is the full form of CSV? What is the full form of CSV? That is comma separated file. Okay. So if I probably write df dot to CSV, two underscores to CSV, and you can get this string or file handle, and these are parameters, write object to a comma separated values. Okay. So df dot to underscore CSV. Let's try to execute. And if you go over there, na, in your cell, right, and you just refresh, this cell, and you will create this CSV file. Just a second. Test yes, test underscore CSV. Just click. And you can say row, column one, column two. You can get this data. So I have created my data frame, and now I'm going to convert it to my object, that is the CSV. Okay. df1 is equal to pd dot how to read CSV now. After converting your data frame to CSV, now there is other function. There is other function where you can also read the CSV. You can also read the CSV, no issues. So how we are going to read the CSV? TF1. So you can write pd dot read underscore CSV, and here you just probably add test1 dot CSV. Okay, and your TF1 is reading same thing, same value you are going to check. Okay, I hope you understood. Now it is not the data frame, it is running, it's coming from the CSV file. First, you have to create your own custom data frame. You can create over there. And once you have done, then you can also convert in different formats. So your format here is CSV, your other format is JSON, HTML. Once you have converted the CSV, now you can also read this file as a CSV. You can read underscore CSV. So I have this file test1 underscore CSV, and you can get this data. And now I am getting additional something unnamed is equal to 0. Okay. And row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4 for not as the index. That is the reason unnamed 0 is coming. So you can check that. If you check, when I create the data frame, that time unnamed 0 was not there, right? Now here unnamed 0, this additional column that has been added, right? And you can see this comma, right? This comma, and then column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. And something is separated is there, right? You can see before the comma, something separated is there. But that is not showing. That is the reason I'm not adding this name. Unnamed 0 is coming. That is the reason. So row 1, row 2, row wise, okay? And you just check, you can check index column, index bool, you can see index is equal to index column none, okay? And you can see one more thing here, that file path separator head name index column none, indexing index is. So I think index column wise, how we have to get CSV. The index is true, right? By default, you can see. Okay, so I don't add that index whenever I'm going to put in the CSV file. We can also mention this thing, just copy this line, and here you can see, no? Yes, so you can see shift tab, and you can see this line index 2, okay? Index level, index 2, bool true. This is the data structure up there, and this is true, right? And now I don't want that df.csv, and you can just mention index is equal to false. That's it, okay? You probably get this thing, yes, and now I just refresh this line, this CSV file. What happened? There is no columns, comma is gone, right? So probably you can read the same CSV file, and I hope this unnamed also come. Yes, you can see. So index comma false, you have to mention over there. Okay. Row 1, row 2 is ignored completely and not saved. Instead of the 0, 1, 2, 3 port is coming. Okay. So they will eliminate this unnamed 0. Okay. Index is equal to 4 and they will provide their own indexing. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and the column that is there. Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Index is equal to false. It will not going to consider it row index. Okay, so it is the reason I that if you index comma false, it will not going to consider row index and it will eliminate the indexing. Okay, and when it eliminate the indexing, and that is the reason we got the unnamed is equal to 0, this column, this value, right? Right, so comma was coming before, right? You can see, and now there is no comma. Only column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. I hope you can understood. So you can go and write different parameters. So you can also check the column name. You can also change the header name. Right, you can see parameters. You can see quotation, compression, data format, double quotes. You can also handle all these things. Now I'm going to convert one more instead of CSV. I'm going to convert Excel. Now you not understood dot CSV. Okay, let press Shift tab, and you can see that number of parameters are there, right? Path or buffer, separator, float format, columns. You can add your own columns name. You can add your own header name, index label, mode, encoding. This is the parameters that you are going to change while you are going to convert the CSV file. So I suggest probably go to the signature and press Shift tab, and you can get all the details information from there, right? And you can get the doc string. This is the right object to a comma separated values. So parameter, you just read concept, na? You can get probably all the header, bool or list of string, default true, column sequence wise, column to right. So each and every information you can collect from here. Okay. So I just suggest that go with that concept and you can understand all the things over there. And now in the second thing, whatever I'm going to do, I am going to convert in the Excel. Now I am going to convert this data frame in Excel. Okay. So you are right. EF dot to underscore Excel. EF to Excel. Okay. And you can write test1 dot XLSX. Okay. So it will, yes. Yeah. So test1.xls. Okay. So you can probably get you can see test1.xls. So saving. Okay, it is not showing UTF encoded, right? Error C user is not UTF -8 encoded. Saving disable. Okay, let's check how we can do that. But our CSV file, we can also that test1.xl. You probably can go the documents, like go to the documents and you can check it, your test one Excel is right. Just open that test one.xls. So earlier we just CSV and now XLS. Here you can see, right? Just a minute, it will open. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you can see you have probably get this data, right? Um, right, you can get this data. Okay, look at my source. So row, column wise, you just convert in the Excel and you can see. So you can also get this data row one, row two, row three, this data. So we have already convert CSV, already convert the Excel. Now I'm going to read this Excel file. How we are going to read the Excel file? So your to Excel is a one method that you can convert. Now we can read the Excel file. Excel file. Okay. So how we can read the Excel file? What is the command? TF2 is equal to pt dot read underscore Excel. Read underscore Excel, and here you can write test one dot Excel assets. Okay. And to wait, you can check df2 is equal to pd dot read underscore Excel. So yes, so we read the Excel and df2 dot read and check. So also you can get unnamed, means this Excel file you can read, right? So first column, first first sheet they will only read. Read Excel you can check. So you can check that sheet name zero, header zero, name none. So this is the signature. Docs to read an Excel file into Pandas data frame, right? So you can explore this pd.read Excel and the sheet name header zero, names none, index column none. So this is all the parameters that we are going to consider in the more complex example. You can see that read Excel. You can just open your that signature of that just pressing Shift plus tab, and you can probably get all the details. So support version is XLS, XLSX, XLSN, XLSB, ODM. So file extension read from a local file system or URL. Support an option to read a single sheet or a list of sheets. So you can probably read one single sheet, or you can probably read the list of sheets. Okay, from that Excel converter. So string byte Excel file, that every detail they have given or file like object, any valid string path is accessible. So you can also URL, you can also read from S3 bucket on the AWS, HTTP, FTP for files. So everywhere you can read. If you want to pass in a path object, Pandas accept any OS.py. So you can get all the information from, if you write, if you just press Control plus tab, Shift plus tab, then you can get all the details over there. Okay. So I hope you can understand up to how can we read the Excel file, how can we see the data, right? Now, one more example that I'm going to show you. Just a minute. Now I'm going to read the one CSV file, but that is from the URL. Just read the CSV file from the URL. Okay. So let's take an example. So my URL, we can write this URL, and that is your HTTPS and download dot TLS dot gov, and that is what URL that I have. I dot series CUMCU dot I. Okay. So this is my URL. Just check this URL is working or not. First of all, the data. Earlier I have used that. So just let's check. Yes. So you have this item. Okay, so you can see this is the tab separator, right? This gap is separated is tab, right? Tab. This is the tab separator, right? Now I'm going to do tab separator, right? So df3 equal to pd dot read underscore csv, and here you just put your URL. This is your URL, right? My URL. Just copy the URL, and here you can write the separator. Here my separator is tab. Separator is your tab. Okay, that's understood. Tab separator, not the comma separator. This tab. This is the tab, right? Tab separator. Let's try to read the CSV from that. Just a second. Three HTTP error that is showing. Okay, they have blocked that URL part, right? But earlier I have used that. I think it is blocked. Oh, I have to check. HTTP request. A minute, I have to check some. So this is the URL is blocking and forbidden is showing. But why it is showing this error? Not allowing me to read. So HTTP error 403 forbidden. Why it is showing HTTP 0403 forbidden? It is showing HTTP error. So let's check one more example, because currently HTTP errors. I think they have removed the direct access. I also have this thing with that response request dot get, and the help of request we are response dot text. To read one thing. Response response responses. Yes, yes, so you are just input request. Pandas is already there. String I already tried earlier. Showing HTTP error 403 forbidden. Okay. In the response, no URL reading forbidden by URL client error. some authentication we have to do, I think that. Let's check, you can understood this concept, right? So if you want to read the CSV file separated of tab, just mention separated tab. That is the reason I am showing this concept to all of you. Yes, sir, like pd.read CSV, you just probably write separated underscore t. This is the concept here. My URL, and from that my URL, you are separated t. Let's take another example of there. Okay, let me do one thing. How to probably read the JSON format data. JSON is JavaScript object notation. Okay. JavaScript object notation. So read. Now I'm going to create a JSON. Now I am going to create the JSON. Okay. So we have the data underscore JSON is equal to your JSON file name, employee underscore name, that is email underscore or 111 at the rate of yahoo.com. Yeah, and that is one job profile which is in the form of list. Okay, the key value here is employee name, and inside that key, last key, there is job profile, and I'm just going to create some list. First information is this is my title. Okay, title, that is my team lead. Team lead, and you have write role, like something, developer, just write developer. Just an example. Okay, department is your IT. That is your department. Now, I'm just going to execute this data underscore JSON. Okay, this is my JSON file. Let's try to execute data underscore JSON. Let's try to see. Sorry guys. So data underscore JSON. Let's try to see that this is my data, right? Here, employee name, email, job profile. And now let's try to understand what is the data type. Just go and write type, and you can write data underscore JSON. Just copy and just go to. This is probably showing the dictionary, right? Data type is dictionary. Okay. So dictionary, right? JSON format, right? Or next time read ed dot read underscore question. That's data JSON. Let's just copy data underscore JSON and just probably write df4. Any name you can write df4 is equal to JSON, right? Okay, probably I think that your JSON file is so we can write the JSON. I have done on this to the picture. This equals to just a second, guys. I just done this one job profile and update your yes, and role that you are going to add this role. There's the example of the data JSON, right? And probably you can complete this. And write the data JSON. Your JSON is here, employee name and type you can see in string. And now I hope I'm going to read the JSON. Okay, df4 read underscore JSON. So you have to add the string notation over there. So then it will be JSON. And now if I want to check df4, df4, then you can see the JSON wise. I also read the JSON. So we can see that JSON format data you are also going to convert. We are going to create in that pd.read JSON. So we can read the data from JSON format. Okay. Read underscore JSON, you can also read the data, email, job profile, employee name, right? Understood, right? This concept. Now go and deep dive inside the parameter of this JSON file, right? pt dot read. You can see tab. There are different parameters, right? Let's now discuss one parameter that is orient. Okay, orient. Right, there you can see that there are path, orient, type, data type, convert access, keep default date, numpy. There are different parameters is there, right? But I'm more that interested to discuss the orient parameter. Okay, so let's check with the help of orient. We can write this ed.read JSON. Okay, and orient. How to create an additional column. Additional column. Okay. So TF4 write experience. Okay. Is equal to 10. Okay. And just check sorry, TF4. You can write TF4 dot 8. Okay, so you can see I have that additional column. Job profile, experience, employee name. So you can add one extra column, just add the column name and you can add the value. Okay, so you can probably get this extra column over there. Now, orient column, if I will write orientation, that time PD dot orientation, just copy this cell and just add here orientation and comma your orient. Orient is equal to your column. CO into regulars. Okay, we can read like I add one more variable df5 and just add orient column. Df dot read. Okay. Now df5 dot profile dot profile. Okay, we can see. Then title role you can get. But one more concept that I'm telling, if I not orient column, right? PD dot read session, that time it will not work. EF5 job profile, because that is the reason I just orient it in the column ones. Orientation as per column ones. Okay, you have this data and you can read the job profile over there. Now I am going to create other one example, that is your we have this pandas and df is equal to, I will create one more data frame and this is ed dot data frame, ed dot data frame. Okay, and here you can write a comma b, and here you have this value, that is your c comma d. Here you have to add your index is equal to your row 1, row 1, comma row 2. Row, okay, and here you can write column. That imagine that is one of the example that I'm going to create the data frame over here, and that is your column 1, and that is your column 2. Okay, and just probably read that data frame. df you can also read df dot df, you can see column 2 and column wise this data, right? Okay, so you can see okay, so I think that's one data frame. and also this is my data, right? So how we can convert in the JSON file? So you can write df dot convert data frame to JSON. Convert is data frame to JSON format. Okay. So you can publish see df dot to underscore JSON. So your DAP is ready and to JSON. And probably you can write. So your row one, row two, row one, row two. So this is your JSON. You can convert it JSON. So you can write df dot to underscore JSON. Orient to records. Can you see the difference? You can see Orient records. So now I am also write Orient is equal to columns. And see you have to read JSON Orient columns. COLUMN columns. Okay. So this is the orientation. Column row 1A, row 2C, column row 1B. So column wise it will convert in the JSON. Records column A, column 2, column 2B, right? So record wise they will read that will convert the JSON format. Yeah. Sorry for that. And next I have one file. df dot pd dot read underscore csv and this link, which is my URL, my another URL that I'm going to read the CSV file from the URL. Earlier the URL not working, but this is blocking from their side also. So let's have a look on that. HTTPS and archive dot ICS dot, which is the URL. Okay. And I'm going This is the URL that I have. I will add all the URLs in the description box. No issues. So you'll probably learn. Machine learning databases while, and that is your while dot data. Okay, this is my URL. Just copy the URL and data is equal to none. Okay, I am going to read the URL. Let's have a look on that. No, this is straightforward method. HTTPS, this URL is exist and that is publicly accessible. You can see now. HTTPS. Data you can see. Yes, so just a second. Yes, yes. So UCI machine learning, this is that URL. Hold on now. 1 minute. So I just try it's equal to this. The issue on 403. Yes, we move. Copy this URL and add over here. Yes, so you can add this data frame. This is a URL. And you can also read this URL. I hope now it should be working. Yes, so df6, you can see df6 dot head, sorry, head, and it probably create this. Okay, so header, I have set the header none. Don't write this way. It will showing error. Okay, header none. It will showing error because header must be integer or list. Okay, so always write. Now, JSON format I am going to convert it. df dot underscore JSON is equal to, you can write orient is equal to index. Okay, df6, your df6, not df, and that should be your df6. Again, you can see orient result, they have changes in indexing. Okay, I hope. We not understood header is equal to none. Why? Just a second. And header, if I not mention header is equal to, just copy this line, df6. Okay. And you just probably add this here and not mention header is equal to none. And that should be in the df7. What will happen? Let's check. If I not mention df7, then you can write df7 dot head. Okay, understood? Header, this first column is treated as a header. This data, right? First row, that is treated as a header. That is the reason, because 14.23 is what? Is your data, not header. So I mentioned header is equal to none. So first row should not be considered header. Okay? I hope you can understand. And one of one more example that I'm going to discuss, that is if you want to create that odd even color, okay, custom color in your cell, right? How we can do that? Well, also write create custom color in that cell. Okay, custom color. So first we have to create one data frame. Create one data frame. Okay, and you can have this data just for your understanding purpose data, and this is your custom data frame. And with the help of key value here, I'm going to create a. It is your np dot random and dot rand or rand and file. Okay, and then you have this data p, that is np dot random dot rand, that is your file, all the data I'm going to create. Okay, and c, here you can take c, and that is your np dot random dot rand, that is file. Also you can check, right? This is my data. I'm going to create this data, and here I just read the data frame pt dot data frame. Okay, data frame, and you just supply your data, and you can see this is my df. Okay, so you can check that df dot head over here. You can probably get a b c, and this is the values. Okay, let's take a look how we can create one odd even row color. Okay, so define our custom color coding logic. Coding logic. So you can write diff and color odd even. Okay, and that is your value. And inside that val, I just write if val percentage 2 means divide it. Just a second, I think. Yes, yes. So 2, I will just modularize this, and that is equal to 0, and return your background color. Okay, you just write background color. Your background color is what? And that is AET6 F1. Any color you can use. Else I can use return the background background color, that is your this value. Okay, you can check if a d 0 to e. Okay, This is your one function that I'm going to create and color odd even, okay, this value. And now I am going to apply the style to my data frame. So apply this style to my data frame. How can we do that? So you can write style df, that is one variable name, and the main function is that create dot style dot apply map. Okay, apply map. The apply map, you can just call this function color odd even. Okay, you just write and you can execute it. Style div. Okay, style div is done. Now I'm going to check the style div. The style div, you just go and you have to just write dot head. Let's check, have a look, it is working or not. Style div. Style div, you have. Yes. So you can check uh, style you can apply. Map. Color you have P03. So you can probably add your background color. Okay. And equal percentage. Just a second. And you can also convert in the Excel file this thing. Just go over there and you just write your style DF, which is your style DF, and you can also convert it dot to Excel to underscore Excel. You can probably add this name style my custom style. Yes, dot XLSX, and you can write comma index is equal to false. Okay, and if you just convert it in the Excel format, then it will convert it in the Excel. You can see Excel, right? My custom style, just go in the home page, or you can probably go there, style and in Excel. Just a second, style. Yes, so just probably write style. Style data frame. Just open it, style underscore data frame that I'm going to convert currently. Excel. Let's have a look. This color is coming or not over there. Sorry for that. Region also be there. And you can also see you can also check this thing. Um, Earlier we have created this thing. Earlier we have created this thing. Just move it. Yeah. You can just close that file. Close it and just open style it. Open once again the style underscore data frame dot xls and let's see. Yes, you can see these values, you can get it. And the color, color you are also getting, right? So, as of now, we have completed lots of functionalities, lots of inbuilt method of the pandas. So we can explore lots of things, and I hope this session will be helpful for you. So these two videos you have to watch for entire pandas. Whatever I know, whatever I have my knowledge, so I have shared with you. And in this way, we can just close that session. I hope you can understand, you can learn new things in the pandas, whatever I have learned and whatever I know that I am sharing with you. And thank you for joining the session. And thanks for joining the session. And please subscribe my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. And in this way, we can learn and grow together. And thank you for joining. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel. And in this way, we can learn and grow together. Thank you everyone for joining the session. If you have any doubt, so please let me know in the comment section. So I'll definitely address your concern. If so, I can understand you are learning. You have some doubts. So I can definitely go and check the comments and I definitely address that concern. And first, last, and finally, I can say that uh, thank you for joining this session. Thanks for attending, and we can learn and grow together. So please don't mention to subscribe this channel. Thank you, everyone. This is my request to you. You know, for creating that type of live session, it takes lots of efforts, right? So please subscribe and thank you for joining. Thank you. We have done all of as of now we have done. So we can explore more lots of things in the pandas, but I hope we can understand the concept and you can learn new things. You can apply these things in your projects, in your office projects, in your own projects with the help of Pandas. Pandas is very important library in the data science tool that we have to learn. Okay. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining the session. Any doubt, let me know. Thanks.